As Michigan's election results sit in the national spotlight, officials on both sides of the aisle say the rhetoric has turned dangerous to the point they're getting death threats.
That included a protest Saturday night at the home of Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson. Paula Tutman spoke with Benson today and shows us how law enforcement is handling issues like this.
Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson started Saturday evening watching a holiday movie with her 4-year-old son. The movie being watched tonight, however, is by Detroit police, taking a look at surveillance video to find out whether or not the First Amendment freedom of speech rights of some crossed the line into something else.
Despite mountains of evidence that this was the most secure, accessible election we've had, and 5.5 million voters participated and their voices were heard. And I think as I was going through everything, throughout this whole weekend, but particularly in that moment, you realize that, individuals who are unhappy with or protesting or shouting obscenities outside my home, they're actually not targeting me. They're targeting me as a personification of the voters' will.
Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy is deeply concerned.
The First Amendment does not protect one from criminal activity. So should there ever be information brought to me that could be criminal in nature, this does not protect you. I just personally think that what happened to our Secretary of State was despicable. Screaming and yelling and scaring children.
Also being threatened, State Rep Cynthia Johnson, who says after a Saturday Night Live parody of her participation in the Rudy Giuliani hearing in Lansing, she too was threatened with violence and with threats of death. Professor Peter Trombor, an expert in political violence at Oakland University, says this is a dangerous turn.
This is typically the kinds of things that the U.S. State Department calls out and points fingers at when it happens in other countries.
Today, Governor Whitmer addressed these threats.
Threats against our elected officials or any office holder, no matter their party, are not acceptable. They are unlawful and they are unacceptable.
And former FBI lawman Andy Arena says this strategy of Trump supporters may be tipping the slender line between First Amendment freedom of speech rights to something that may need to be investigated as criminal.
In American history, if you look to Lexington and Concord, somebody fired a shot at Lexington and started the Revolutionary War. To this day, we don't know who fired that shot. My concern is always people showing up armed. A car backfires, somebody gets excited and squeezes off a round, and then you've got a bloodbath.
When we talk about radicalization, and political violence, we're used to talking about that in a different context. We're not used to talking about that in terms of an American president's supporters, but we're seeing the same processes unfold, the same uses of misinformation and propaganda and conspiracy theories to whip people to a point of frenzy where some of them may be willing to act on those beliefs.
Paula Tutman, Local 4.